So I've been wanting to make this video for a little while. One of the things that I notice when I go to a gay-friendly neighborhood, whether it be Los Angeles or New York, Chicago, there are certain things that I can see painted on the walls. Murals that say love is love, that say all are welcome here, life is beautiful, you are beautiful. This is the energy that you get when you go into a gay neighborhood. At least that's been my experience. I'm not saying that there aren't people inside of these communities, inside of the gay community that judge others. That's true. But these rules are they're applied to remind people that that's the prerequisite to be a part of our community. Anybody can be a part of our community. That's why the alphabet keeps getting longer and longer, because it is incorporative of various and varying ways of living your life that harm no one. It harms no one. When you go into a gay community, you're going to see those signs say life is beautiful, you are beautiful, everyone is welcome here. You also see this. You see house rules, consent is sexy. No, let's just stop there. Consent is sexy. When someone says no, that means no. And that no is applicable as it's stated. You might have had it before. There might have been some sort of consent before. If that turns into a no, it's still no. Applied here. Respect is mandatory. Respect is also earned. No racism, no sexism, no ableism, no ageism, no homophobia, no transphobia, no size shaming, no hate. Play and have fun. Thank you. These are the prerequisites. You come into a gay community, this is the rules to follow. I've seen it in many places, and I also see this energy of love and celebration and inclusivity. I don't necessarily see these in more straight-centric communities. There might be out there and I just haven't seen them. What if those were applied? What if this sign was there everywhere you went, as a reminder of this is how you gain respect, this is how respect is earned, this is how you offer respect? I think it's a really powerful message. Again, I'm just going to say yes, there are places and there are times and there are certain people in varying communities that don't abide by these rules. What happens is they're reminded by their peers that this is not okay. That if you are going to be in part of our community, these are the applications that you need to apply. So there was a time before gay marriage was legal where there was a place in Los Angeles that would host bride the bachelorette parties would go to the Abbey. They would always have parties there because there were dancers, it was a good time, the bachelorettes could feel safe there, they were pretty protected. Now, that may or may not be the same now, but during that time where gay people were trying to get equality and marriage equality, there was a backlash to having bachelorette parties at these establishments, because while they were having their wedding celebrations in the safety of our community, which we were more than willing to supply them. We love our straight allies. There was a time where there was a backlash because gay people were not afforded the same rights, yet the straight community was taking advantage of the safety, security, joy, life celebration experience that they would have in these communities. I say all that because every single community in this country brings something to the table. I have been to rural communities where there are multiple Mexican food restaurants and they are filled to the rim with white people, heavy set white people with they are filled to the rim. So varying culture gives us all of these gifts. That culture variation is something that white evangelical Christians and the patriarchy? Fear. Because you have to oppress a group. You either have to oppress a group or you have to challenge yourself to be better. You have to challenge yourself to be vulnerable and acknowledge fault. And I think that has been the problem with the white patriarchy for so long. So I hope this helps. I hope that if you have an establishment where it's a straight establishment, maybe you'll apply these rules and maybe post a sign that says this. Maybe we can start sharing. Maybe we can start celebrating. Maybe we can start changing the narrative that people aren't a threat unless there are these things right here: racism, sexism, ableism, ageism, homophobia, transphobia, size shaming, hate. If there are those things, they're allowed to manifest, then maybe that's one of the problems that we have on our hands in certain communities. And all of these things, all of those things are just fear of the unknown and unwillingness to challenge yourself to be better. These things are the threat. Our existence is not the threat.